Today I'm talking about name it and claim it. A lot of Christians out there believe in name it and claim it. So can you? Can you name healing and claim it? Can you claim prosperity? Can you claim being wealthy? Can you claim getting a husband or a wife or a baby? Can you, as a Christian, name it and claim it? What does the Bible say? Today we're going to look at Deuteronomy 28, and we're not necessarily going to read the whole thing because the chapter is 62 verses long, but there's a lot of promises in Deuteronomy 28, and a lot of Christians like to claim these promises, and we're going to look at what the Bible says. So I'm naming this sermon God's Conditional Promises, and you'll see why very soon. So in the King James Version, Deuteronomy 28:1, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all the nations of the earth. So, first of all, verse 1 says, if you hearken diligently, if you hearken, pay attention, listen, obey God's voice diligently, okay? That's like giving it everything you've got, not just a half-hearted, lazy kind of thing. To observe, to do all his commandments. It doesn't say to think about the commandments, to talk about the commandments, to read about the commandments. It says observe, to do them all. So read them and observe them so you know what they are, and then do them all. And it says all, so not some of them. We don't pick and choose which parts of the Bible we like that suit us to obey. We do all of it. And it says, this is how blessed you'll be. Verse 2, all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee. So you won't just be blessed, you'll be overtaken with blessing. If thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God. Again, 2 verses in, if you hearken unto the voice of the Lord. So you have to be listening to God and obeying God. Now I'm going to read some of the blessings. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field. So in the city or in the field, in the city, in the country, you shall be blessed. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy ground. So your children will be blessed, what you're growing will be blessed. The fruit of thy cattle, and the increase of thine kind, and thy flocks of thy sheep. So your children, your fruit and veg, your animals will all be blessed. Blessed shall be thy basket at the store. Go to the shops, there's a clearance, there's a discount. Get given something for free. You're blessed. You get abundance. You get more for your money. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Blessed leaving your house, blessed coming home from your house. Coming home to your house. The Lord shall cause thine enemies to rise up, rise up against thee, to be smitten before thy face. That sounds great. Enemies rising up against you, and God just smites them. They shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. Wow. Now don't forget, these are promises to Israel as well that we're reading. And God's promising, if your enemies come, I'll smite them. And they'll come one way, but because I'll smite them, they'll flee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses. Today's storehouse might be someone's bank account where they're storing their money, or it might be gold or silver or whatever they're storing. In that thou settest thine hand to. So all you set your hand to would be blessed. So whether it's working, cooking, cleaning, gardening, anything you put your hand to, it shall be blessed. And he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. So again, he's speaking specifically to Israel here. In the land I give you, you'll be blessed. But as Christians, you can say, okay, I'm a Christian. God's promised to bless the land I live in, whatever country you live in, whatever state you live in, whatever town you live in. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he has sworn. So God does want us, Christians, to be holy people. That is to be sinless, obedient to God. If thou shalt keep the commandments of the Lord thy God and walk in his ways. So verses 1 and 2, if. Verse 9, if you keep the commandments of God and walk in his ways. You can't just expect God to answer all your prayers and to bless you if you don't obey his commandments and if you don't walk in his ways. So that's just me going from verses 1 to 9, and we've had God say, I'll bless you if. I'll bless you if, and the big if is if you obey me. That will be it for now, and I'll do a part 2.